gotten beside him a couple of times, Bob, but just couldn't quite make the pass, but he has been putting the pressure on him.
Maxwell House Ford and the Folgers Ford going at it. Oh, a crash. Bobby Hamilton has hit the wall, slides across the track and into the infield. That is coming out of turn number 2. The front end of that Country Time car is smashed up pretty good, and Bobby Hamilton's car has come to rest on the infield, and the yellow flag comes out for the second time today.
Well, that's a great shot for his sponsor there, Bob, but not the way he wanted to get it.
For sure. There's Doyle Ford waving the yellow flag, and Bobby Hamilton's car sits at the exit of turn number 2. Let's see if we can see what happened.
Okay, we're looking at the tunnel turn, turn 2, and it looks like the back end just went around on the car and slams hard into the outside wall head on. Jimmy Means and the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac gets by. A couple other cars gets by as he slides down onto the grassed area.
So Bobby Hamilton involved in our first crash, but he has gotten himself out of the car and is walking to the ambulance. So that's a good sign that Bobby was not injured in that crash. John Kernan is with Bill Elliott.
A very disappointed Bill Elliott, I might add. Bill, you were running so well out there, and then did the engine just stop on you?
Well, it just started messing, and then it started smoking, and I don't know what happened to it. It's been one of those years, all the circumstances happened this past week and all, and I'm just ready to go home and get out of here.
Well, you will be taking off now. Have you heard any further reports on your grandmother?
No. As far as I know this morning, she was still alive, but from now I don't know.
Well, Bill, we'll be changing clothes shortly and heading to the airport to fly back home to Dawsonville.
Bill Elliott. A lot of speculation as to what Bill might do next year, whether the team will still be intact or whether Bill will choose to go to another team, as the silly season rumors are beginning already here, and we haven't even reached the halfway point of the 91 season. So the fans here at Pocono are now settled in to watch some pit stops. You can see how slowly the field comes down pit road. Now this is, of course, the NASCAR edict that the drivers must pace themselves and discipline themselves as they come down pit road for their stops.
55 miles an hour is what they're scheduled to come down pit road, and after running upwards 185 or 90 on the racetrack, that seems awfully slow.
All of the front runners have come in. Jerry Punch is in the pit of Ernie Irvan.
And Bob, this caution turned out to be a big break for Ernie Irvan. They were going to have to make their scheduled pit stop in about 4 laps, and now they have to do another caution. They will change all 4 tires, and they'll also make a chassis adjustment here in the left rear. Earnhardt is coming out. He has already gotten his service from the 4-time world champion pit crew. The Kodak crew now putting left side tires on Ernie Irvan's car. They have taken some bite out of the car. And here Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, Harry Gant, and then Ernie Irvan in that order exit pit road and head for turn 1.
Kind of evens things up, though, Ned, because Dale Earnhardt and the others had to come down pit road so slowly. That allowed Ernie Irvan, who was pitted toward turn number 1, to fall in I believe, 4th place, 3 behind.
That's true. It can be a little misleading sometime when we see somebody get off the jack.
So the yellow is out for the 3rd time this afternoon here at Pocono, and we'll return with more of our coverage after this. Like Michael Waltrip has a little bit of
it does.
Damage.
I think they put a rubber in the spring.
Yeah. Okay. All right.